Earlier when we were outside, we discussed loosely some of the parameters and options and timelines around filing for your 1D1 open space valuation, agri-wildlife. Here we're going to look at some of the paperwork and the forms that we can walk you through to successfully do this. So what I'm holding here is notice from the Erath County Appraisal District. My wife and I own some property in Erath County. When we purchased it last year, it did have a 1D1 agricultural exemption or ag valuation. What the letter says is, attention, exemptions have been removed, and all of you, if you're a new landowner or on a rotation when your county would require you to refile or reapply, will receive a letter like this. What we didn't talk about earlier is what might trigger this letter. Certainly a change of ownership. So a change of ownership would be, the obvious one is when I purchase a new property from the seller. But a change of ownership could also be if I take a property out of my own name and I put that into a trust or into a partnership or an LLC, even though I'm still the primary owner, it's still going to trigger a change of ownership, which is going to trigger one of these letters. Now this is a wildlife management plan, meaning you've got to specifically describe what you're going to do at what intensity. And again, we discussed the 7 management areas which we can go through. So let's run through the 1D1 agricultural valuation form. So this is a application for 1D1 open space. And of course, I'll put in my ownership name, property legal description, account number, parcel number, legal description of the property, and you'll put that here. It's also good to attach a map, which we can prepare for you. Then I'll run through continuation of the property description. Has the ownership of the property changed since January 1st of last year? Remember, all this follows in the subsequent calendar year. And was the property approved for open space, etc. And then we'll run into property use. What's my agricultural land use category? So the category of land use, this is where it would be advantageous for you to have some professional guidance and help, because we can help you with the proper definitions of that land use. If it's livestock, exotics, or wildlife, which would trigger the other application. And then you get into number of head and type of crop and type of an operation, property use, the program that you're claiming, what non-agricultural uses may be in place. And then we'll go into additional uses like wildlife management, which we could get into an actual wildlife management 1D1 application. In section 6, it deals with conversion to timber production. Then there's a certificate and a signature. There's some other important information that's important to read. Our goal here is purely to help inform and educate you on what your options are as landowners. We're not tax professionals, obviously, but we are professional land managers. And as your service provider, as your realtor of choice, we want to help educate you on what your options are. Please get a hold of your Mock Ranches team agent, or you can just email us at info@mockranches.com, and we can have one of our representatives get in touch with you directly to help guide you through this and help navigate you, point you in the right direction, maybe even recommend some service providers in your local area if it's beyond what we can do in-house. But again, our goal here is to help advise and educate and raise awareness for these coming deadlines, end of April, for you to file your 1D1 open space tax valuation applications.